In the past, you used to have to hand port everything. Now that the age of the CNC porting is here, see, that's what this is doing. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, this is a CNC porting, I guess, a program and a whole system that we bought. Basically, when you CNC port something, somebody human has to do the first sample. I've got 2 or 3 people in our company that basically hand port the first version. You have to make it extremely slick or polished so that the probe will go in there and give you different data points for the cylinder head ports. And like I said, they have to do the first one. Then we have a team of people that go in there and what we call digitize each port. And then they have to run samples as like we're doing here. This is actually not a sample. This is actually one that's been done several times. But you have to come up with a program first, and you have to have the first prototype done by a human or by hand. And then we take that data and download it in our computer, our machine, and then we run several samples. And we basically, what you do is you tweak it, or you know, it's very. I'm sure there's some people in this world that can do it, but it normally takes 2 or 3 times of tweaking and massaging to get the cylinder heads to flow like they need to flow. Like around the short side areas or in the bowl area, everything is so critical on the size, shape, and texture for the flow. And this is basically what you're seeing as a finished product right here. We run it pretty slow. We can pick up some time, but for accuracy and like I said, texture and shape, it's better if you run it a little bit slower. I know time is money, but you know, it takes us about 3 hours and 45 minutes to do one cylinder head, and that's what we're kind of committed to do.
So the cylinder head will go into the machine as this.
That is correct. This is a
with no porting done.
That's correct. Seats are in it. This is the what is this? A 3 extra. This is a 3 extra 24-degree cylinder head. This is what we call the base casting. You see how much smaller it is here. The machine will go in there and touch around and work its way around, work its way around, work its way around, and down into the port, and it'll roll over and come from this side and do the remaining of it.
Okay, let's pull up one here that's been done, and so they can see the difference in it.
Basically, this is fully CNC ported like we talked about. You can see the differences right here. See how nice and slick that is? See how base that is on the openings and the ports. There's your exhaust right there. Fully CNC ported, as you can see. These are not cleaned up. They've been sitting here, but you can see how everything's nice and contoured, radiused around the valve guides. How the combustion chambers are done the same way. That's something that people overlook, is actually how much the combustion chamber means to the flow. Everybody wants to go in there and grind around in here the first thing and make it bigger, but bigger's not always better. It's the entrance into the seat, it's the valve job, it's a total package basically.
Okay, Jeff, can you tell us if a customer can send their own castings in to have you CNC port, or does it take a special head to do that?
Basically, as we talked about a while ago, this port is actually much smaller. Say we have a 3 extra out of the box, we have a 3 extra CNC ported, we have a 2 extra out of the box, and a 2 extra CNC ported. What you cannot do is take the 2 extra that's out of the box. In other words, we make a really nice as-cast head for a little bit more of an economical angle. You cannot take that 2 extra head out of the box and send it in and have this done to it, because like we talked about, these ports are much smaller. So if you buy a 2 extra as cast, the ports are much smaller and contoured as good as they can get out of the box. You can't just send them back in and have them recut on the machine.
So if a customer buys a set of CNC ported heads, can they go in and grind on them some more and pick them up quite a bit over what you guys send out, or are they pretty much the best that they're going to be?
Well, everybody wants to get their heads on their cylinder heads when they get them. They want to take them and grind on them and make them better. But normally, if you buy a CNC ported cylinder head, there's only a few people that could probably actually make it a better piece. Normally, when you go in there and grind around, it normally hurts it. When you get them from us, they're normally very accurate and very close. And the bottom line is, I guess, don't grind on them unless you have somebody that can really do you a good job.